Hello Davison, Superintendent Kevin Brown coming to you today with a special edition of Brown's Bond blog. As we near the end of our 2021-22 school year, I thought it would be a good idea to kind of check in with the community and bring everybody up to speed with what's been going on with regards to our 2020 facilities bond. If you remember, back on March 10th of 2020, we passed a rather large facilities bond. 2 days later, on March 12th, school was shut down in what would be till the end of the school year because of COVID-19. And even though the pandemic has caused us a lot of challenges over the past couple of years, we've still gotten a tremendous amount of work done with those bond funds that the community so graciously approved back in 2020. In fact, the list is so long, I've written down in chronological order all of the projects that we've completed, are in process, or are slated to happen this summer. And I wanted to kind of share all of those with you. If you recall, when we first started talking about this bond, we focused a lot on critical needs, safety, and technology as three areas that really needed funds to support the continued progress of Davison Community Schools. And I think what you'll find is that almost every project that we've done is related to one or more of those three key areas. So going back to the summer of 2020, we passed our bond in March, and one of the first things we did was asbestos abatement here at Davison High School. Davison High School was the only school in the district that still had a large amount of asbestos in the building. And so abating that asbestos and removing it was a critical need. We had to do this, and it was also something that was a safety concern. So that was one of the first things we did. We hit the ground running in the summer of 2020 with an asbestos abatement project here at the high school. It was also important to do those abatement projects periodically from now until the completion of the bond work in order to do the new construction that was planned. Of course, after we've done the abatement, then we do the restoration. And that involves technology because we put in new electrical wiring, we put in new LED, energy efficient lighting, and we also put in new drop ceilings as we go. We also took care of some critical needs with regards to roofing. We put new roofs on Seipel Elementary, here at the high school gymnasium, and also at the alternative education building in the summer of 2020. We put in a new domestic hot water tank and circulating pump here at the high school, which was also a critical need. We used some bond funds to provide Chromebook adapters and carts, a technology need, as we were rapidly expanding our technology needs, going one-to-one with our students so that all students were given a device because of the pandemic and the need for online learning. We also put in new synthetic turf at Cardinal Stadium. We took advantage of the fact that school had shut down, there were no sports seasons that spring, and we had an extended period of time to put in new field turf at the stadium. And I can tell you that that field turf has made a huge difference, not just for our football team, but for many of our athletic programs. You can drive by the stadium almost any day and see kids out on that field turf working. This past spring, I drove by the stadium, I saw the softball team at one end, the baseball team at the other end because it was too wet to get on the fields, and the track team, of course, was there as well. We've played soccer and lacrosse at the stadium, so that field turf has definitely made our Cardinal Stadium field a multi-sport facility. We also put in new areas for field events, pole vault, long jump, high jump, shot put, and discus. All of this was done in the summer of 2020. Then came the 2021 school year, and we didn't slow down. We continued with the installation of more than 125 new security cameras throughout the district. Now, we haven't installed all 125. That's an ongoing project, but we started that work in the fall of 2020, and that obviously reaches the security needs of the district. We did the stadium restroom addition, which was a huge critical need. If you remember, back before 2020, we had very limited restroom facilities at Cardinal Stadium. That was a huge problem. We now have ample restrooms, indoor nice bathrooms that patrons can use. We also moved our Cardinal Station bus lot. In fact, the old bus lot used to be right here where I'm standing. We had purchased the property off of Lapeer Road and Alger Drive, and we began construction on a new bus lot in order to move that lot off of the high school parking lot. That new bus lot and that new facility, which now houses our DSER program, our food service offices, our transportation offices, and our custodial maintenance supply offices, is now fully operation and running on a daily basis. We had to run new fiber from the high school to the new site, which was a technology need. And we also, during the course of that school year, the 2021 school year, put in a new running track at Cardinal Stadium. During the summer of 2021, we continued our asbestos abatement here at the high school. That is an ongoing project. We also addressed critical mechanical needs in the district by putting in new boilers at the high school, the alternative high school, the Hahn Intermediate Building, the middle school, and we also added a new chiller here at Davison High School that will eventually accommodate the new Performing Arts Center and the new spaces that we're constructing here. We also added 2 new classrooms at Thompson Elementary. This was another critical need in order to address the large number of incoming students we have at kindergarten. For the past couple of years during our limited Schools of Choice program, the vast majority of students that we are accepting into that Schools of Choice program are kindergarten students. And we built those 2 new classrooms at Thompson, and we filled both of them last fall. We put in new bleachers at the high school gymnasium. That was a critical safety need. The old bleachers were, the railings were not safe. We had spacing issues between the planks and the boards. We needed to address those safety concerns, and we've done that now as well. We also have completely new electric, gas, and water, including storm, and all new water piping here at the high school. Also in 2021-22, we did the Hill Sanitary Sewer, a new pump and a lift station, which was also a critical need. We started the work on the connector between the high school and the alternative high school so that students didn't have to leave the building periodically throughout the day and leave the building open and accessible during those passing times. That connector is almost completed, and it'll be up and running by next school year. We began work, of course, on the new Performing Arts Center, and you see that work going on behind me here. It's amazing what's taking place here, and not only are we building a new Performing Arts Center, but we're building a new TV studio. We're building new surrounding spaces, green rooms and set design rooms and choir room and band room. We're also remodeling and rebuilding a west entrance, which will become the main entrance of the high school eventually. That's very exciting. There's a lot of very big work going on there. Planned for the summer of 2022, this coming summer, we're going to be redesigning and restructuring our Hahn Intermediate Parent Drop-Off Pickup Loop. Anybody that's ever traveled to Hahn to drop off or pick up a student knows that this is a very critical need that needed to be addressed in the district. It's a mess over there, we understand that. We're actually going to build a new parking loop behind Davison Middle School for the middle school students. We're going to redo the parking lot behind Hahn Intermediate for the Hahn students. And we're also going to repave, resurface all of the parking lots and the existing bus loop over there. We think that's going to do wonders to alleviating traffic flow. And it's also a safety issue. It should make it a lot safer for our parents and students before and after school. We also will have a new bus loop at Seipel Elementary, and we're going to expand and resurface their parking lot as well, another critical need. And we're going to resurface and restructure Thompson Elementary's parking lot as well this summer. As far as some safety and technology things, we're going to put new LED lighting in all of our parking lots across the district this summer everywhere except the high school, because obviously we're still doing a lot of work here. We're going to wait till we finish that up before we do the high school. But all of our parking lots will have new LED lighting, which will be brighter, safer, and energy efficient. The LED technology lighting upgrades will also take place in gymnasiums all across the district. There'll be huge savings to there, and we'll see great improvements in the light in those areas. Cardinal Stadium will get a new DTV fiber project, so that when we do finish out all of the work, DTV will be able to access that fiber in the new system. New cabling for technology here at the high school, upgrading hardware for Wi-Fi at DHS, and the middle school roof beam installation project is a critical need, because from time to time the gym almost seems like it's raining in there because of the condensation that takes place on that beam. So there's an insulation project we're doing there as well. So as you can see, we've done an amazing amount of work. We still have a lot of work left to do, but I'm very pleased and proud of the work that we've done, and I think the transformation that you're going to see here at Davison High School over the summer, as these walls continue to go up and the roofs come on these facilities, it's going to be very, very impressive what we're doing. So thank you, Davison. Enjoy your summer, and look forward to changes in the very near future as we continue to complete our construction projects through our 2020 facilities bond.